straight on equality between men and women. If you went to Persia with me, you would find there was a very important something being presented that is throughout the entirety of Scripture that I can validate. And that validation is this: men have been given the authority of leadership. Women have been given the authority of influence. Which of those is better? If you went to Persia with me, we would see an instance where King Ahasuerus, this is around the 5th or 6th century, is having a wonderful time ruling 127 provinces there in Persia, which are occupied by Jewish people throughout all the provinces. And of course, as king, he made a foolish mistake because his wife would not attend a orgy he was having, and he banished her forever out of Persia. And now he needed a wife, so he ended up with Queen Esther. Now, being queen didn't have all the privileges you think it would have. If the queen ever went before the king, in spite of her being the wife, she would be killed immediately without invitation. But there was a struggle going on. There was another fellow named Haman and Mordecai. Mordecai became second in the entire kingdom of Persia. And Mordecai his uncle's daughter was Esther. And he was running interference for her, but he couldn't tell anybody she was Jewish. And he did not want it to be known. But as time went on, Haman surfaced this whole idea and tried to encourage the king to let him go and kill all the Jewish people throughout those 127 provinces. Well, Esther heard about this, and she wanted to talk to her husband, the king, but without invitation, she couldn't do such. But finally, she threw a banquet and invited the king and Haman to the banquet, which was a lot of wisdom, and got them there, and then revealed to her husband, the king, what was happening, the annihilation of the Jewish people, where already Haman had built a scaffold to kill them all. And of course, the king listened to her and said, whatever half of my kingdom is yours, what is it you want? And she said, I would like to see the preservation of my people. I'm Jewish. And he said, okay, so be it. And then it turned out that he turned on Haman and said, Haman, hang this man on the scaffold he built, and then kill 75,000 enemies of Israel were destroyed. And what am I getting across? Number one, Mordecai had the authority of leadership. He could come before the king anytime he chose. Esther had the authority of influence, and she's the one that saved the nation. So who's to say who's the greatest? That's just a little extra this morning. I got 2 bottles of water. I could preach a long time this morning. I told Annette that I'm a heavy drinker, and that's a 15-minute sermon, and that's an additional 15, so we'll hang on to that. All right, so remember,